the 1.5-liter engine in the Nissan Rogue and also its European twin Nissan X-Trail is the 3-cylinder turbocharged engine, also called 1.5 VC Turbo. This family of engines started in 2016 with the 2-liter VC Turbo engine, which was a premium new technology with variable compression for the Infiniti QX50. So basically in 2020 Nissan engineers just eliminated one cylinder from that 2-liter engine and got a cheaper and less powerful but very technological 1.5-liter KR15DDT engine. They use it in the Rogue and X-Trail and also started implementing it in the Qashqai e-Power hybrid in Europe as the power generator for the system. The engine is all aluminum with a direct injection system, a turbocharger and a timing chain connecting the shafts inside. Also, it doesn't have valve lifters, so a pretty expensive procedure of valve adjustment will be needed once every several years. Both camshafts are equipped with phasers to improve power and efficiency. The power range of the engine is 154 to 201 horsepower. Also, it has wonderful torque of up to 225 pound-feet. I wouldn't say the engine provides you with perfect fuel economy. EPA estimates it as 37 mpg on highways and 30 mpg in the city traffic. In real life, things get a little worse than that. But I should say that it works very smoothly and quietly. You will not get the feeling that there are only 3 cylinders under the hood of your car. Surprisingly, the engine is perfect in both city driving and on highways. But things are not as bright as they may seem when it comes to common issues. I want to remind you that the engine has been made since 2020 and we still have just a few models with high mileage on them. But even now, we have a large list of problems, and I've picked several most common ones to tell you about. First of all, the engine got a large amount of complaints for very early emission control failures. I've seen a lot of various sensors being blamed for these mysterious emission control problems with a lot of random codes, and Nissan doesn't seem to know what to do with that. Fortunately, only some engines suffer from these issues, while the majority of them are okay and never bother you with these warnings and codes. Secondly, there are very bad issues with the start-stop system. It's glitching all the time and making you take manual actions to start the car at the intersection, driving other drivers around you crazy. So owners just develop a habit of turning the start-stop feature off at all times when they start the car. Among potential problems, I would also point to the absence of valve lifters. I believe valve adjustment will be needed once every 60,000 miles or 100,000 kilometers. Also, it's a direct injection engine and it doesn't have additional port injectors. Now, if you mainly drive in the city traffic, you're likely to have strong carbon buildup on intake valves at about 60k miles too. But probably the most underestimated potential issue is the problem with the variable compression system. It's pretty complicated, and if it fails, I believe it will be cheaper to replace the engine than to repair something in this system. Of course, it shouldn't happen before this engine hits something like 150,000 miles. But anyway, this is a potential bomb, and you never know when it's going to hit your pocket hard. Also, you shouldn't forget that these engines come exclusively with the CVT transmission, and there are no other options in the X-Trail or Rogue. And this is the Jetco CVT, which is commonly known as the worst automatic transmission in the world, even though the company implemented several upgrades to the modern version of the transmission. No one should expect it to last more than 100,000 miles or 150-160,000 kilometers. I should also say that the VC turbo engines have been used in Infiniti cars for almost 8 years now, and I haven't seen serious and common issues with the variable compression system, so hopefully it will last long in the 1.5 KR15DDT engine too. Overall, I expect these engines to last about 160,000 miles or 250,000 kilometers with only some minor problems. After that, repairing and maintaining this machine can be too expensive due to possible chain issues, compression system problems, and overall problems accumulated during this period.